We're here back in the Fantasy Bar. Monday is up. We're back with 6 of my favorite plays for you in the NBA on FanDuel and DraftKings, including 3 guys under 6,000 on FanDuel and under 5,000 on DraftKings to open up some salary for you. We'll get some buy lows I'm looking at, some guys who maybe underperform that we can see some upside coming. Going to give you some correlation in a game I want to stack, and my favorite play on the entire slate, who has 70 plus upside. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Hope you guys had a great weekend today. The sports equinox, all 4 major sports in play tonight, but we are focused on the NBA. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you, fresh off the tap. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get into those plays for Monday night, do me a favor, take a second, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and don't miss out on your shot to win some free RotoGrinders Premium coming up at the end of the video. All right, last video for us, kind of rough on our opening night, but we will bounce back here tonight. All right, let's get started with some value at power forward Nikola Jokic of Miami. Not to be confused with Nikola Jokic. We'll get to Denver here in a second, but Jokic, a guy certainly want to get into some lineups. Feels like a great buy low. Don't think these prices are going to last very long. Why? A guy that's playing a solid role for this Miami team, averaging 27 minutes per game here over the last couple, and the shot has not been there, shooting under 50% in both games. So the production has been solid. I don't think we've seen the ceiling that this guy can give us, and I think it's coming as soon as tonight. Contributes across pretty much every statistical category here, and we got to love this spot against the Pistons, giving up a ton of production. We know this defense is not good. I don't see a ton of improvements this season already. Over 117 points per game allowed. Jokic, fantastic value here on Monday night. All right, let's spend some money at point guard, shooting guard with Kyrie Irving of Dallas. Now, Irving putting up solid production early on, but just a guy not shooting the ball very well, like we talked about with Jokic, shooting just 38.5% to open the season. Now, is getting it done in some of the other categories. So that production's been there, and the volume is what I really like here. Despite that poor shooting, averaging almost 20 shots per game. We know that Luka going to dominate usage in this Dallas attack, but Kyrie, the clear number 2 here. The shots are going to be there, and this matchup with the Jazz should unlock even more production with those shots. We're talking bottom 5 last season in fantasy points allowed to both guard positions. And already this season, they reside in the bottom 5 once again of both point guards and shooting guards in fantasy points allowed. I think a big night coming here for Kyrie Irving. All right, back to value at shooting guard small forward with Christian Brown of Denver. So Jamal Murray looking like an uber chalk play here tonight. 40, potentially 50% ownership early on. So let's get a little bit of leverage here with his teammate. Now, Brown, a guy that we've seen flashes, glimpses, some upside, never really had a solid role with this Denver team. I think that changes this season. We're starting to see it early on here, averaging over 31 minutes per game, giving us 30 DraftKings points per game early on. We're talking an easy 6-7x return just on averages here. The matchup with Toronto should be another good one for him, and we mitigate some of that blowout concern. Denver, big 9-point favorites here. When you're spending up on the Nikola Jokic's, the Jamal Murray's of the world, I'm not telling you can't, but the blowout makes it tough for those guys to get there sometimes. When we're spending under 5,000, a lot easier for this guy to not only get there, but to vastly outproduce this number. I think Brown in a good spot here against this bad Toronto defense. All right, let's get you my favorite center for the night. We're going with Nikola Vucevic of Chicago. A lot of Nikola talk here in the six-pack for Mondays, but Vucevic has certainly been getting the job done. 3 double-doubles already to open the year, and I think he does it once again here tonight against this Memphis team who really struggled on the glass. I know Zach Edey there to certainly help out, but Memphis, second most rebounds per game last season, already in the first couple games, giving up the 3rd most. So I don't know that Edey's going to make that big of a dent here against a vet like Vucevic, and I think he's very underpriced over on FanDuel. Rarely do we see a guy cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings, just $7,800 over there, playable on both sides, but fantastic value tonight over on FanDuel. All right, back to value here at shooting guard, small forward Bilal Coulibaly of Washington. Now, another young guy I think is going to get a lot of opportunity on his team. Like we talked about with Jovic, I think Coulibaly going to be a big part of this Washington team. Prices, I think, are only going to go up throughout the season. So we're always looking for these buy low opportunities early in the year, and I think Coulibaly provides us that. Another guy that gets it done across the entire stat sheet. Opening night is a great example. This guy scored 25 DraftKings points, only took 2 shots in that game. Now, don't worry about the shot volume. 16 in the following game. We have 3 games on the slate tonight sitting at this 233.5, so this can certainly be a game stack, and there's value pieces in this game, potential injuries that could open up even more, or even using Koulibaly as a value play. I think he's too cheap. We've yet to see that upside. I think he's coming this matchup tonight with the Atlanta Hawks. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. How do you play? Very easy. You click that thumbs up on, you head to the comment section, and you guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my Beast of the Night. Whoever's guess is the closest, you're going to win yourself a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out in the fantasy bar. And while you're down there, get your guess in. Also, let me know who's your favorite play. A lot of games on the slate. Who is your Beast of the Night? Sound off in that YouTube comment section. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play. You know, Matt, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We've saved you in a few spots so we could spend some money. We promised you some correlation. We're going to do both here at point guard with Trey Young, tonight's Beast of the Night. So DeJounte Murray off to New Orleans. This offense is just going to simply flow through Trey Young. Yes, Jalen Johnson, a solid piece here, but so much usage, so many shots available here for Trey Young through 3 games. We've already seen games of 59 and 71 DraftKings points, so that ceiling is going to be a nightly thing that I will be looking for. 44 or more DraftKings points in 9 straight games against this Washington team. 5 of those games went for 50 plus and dropped a 70 piece back in December against this Washington team. Just a great matchup here. Huge total in this game. Trey Young, easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Monday night 6-pack. As always, any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget your guess for Trey Young's output on DraftKings for a shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. And I want to know, who is your Beast of the Night? Who's your top play here on this Monday night slate? Sound off in that YouTube comment section. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. We'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.